Lovelies. Why do I say morning when it's 12:50 in the afternoon on the East Coast? It is clearly afternoon. Good afternoon. How's everybody doing? Happy Wealth Wednesday. You know, it's my favorite day of the week because I love Wealth Wednesday. And wealth, if you haven't been here before, wealth can mean financial wealth, but it can also mean like your personal well-being as your wealth, because you're your biggest asset. So today we're not talking about financial wealth, we're talking about your well-being and treating yourself as your biggest asset and what that actually means. So say hi when you pop in. If you don't know me, my name is Gwen. Thank you for being here. And I'm on a mission to help women realize that everything that they need to create a life that they truly love is in here, is in your gut, and it's in here. And we just have to learn how to access it. And that's through community, and it's through accountability, and it's through action steps, and it's through getting connected to the people who are already doing it and the people who are leaving clues as your success trail. So I'm on a mission to help you realize that, because it took me 30 years before I realized it, and I want people to have the shortcuts. Today I want to talk about morning routines. And when I was writing my blog post, I realized that I use the swear word a lot, like get my shit together, right? Like I use that a lot. And I think I do that because I'm so passionate about it's like that's when you use swear words, right? So whenever you're passionate about it. So I'm like, gosh, you must be really passionate about talking about morning routine. Here is why. Because again, it took me 37 years, I had to think about how old I was, to figure out that a morning routine will actually benefit me in the long run. And I'm not talking morning routine like you have to get up and go to work. And so you get up to your alarm clock and then you get ready for work and you get everybody like lunches packed. Like that's not the morning routine I'm talking about. That's the morning routine that is put on us and not the one that we create by choice. So I'm talking about the morning routine we create by choice. And here's the thing. So if you're here and you're watching, tell me if you have a morning routine, and I'd love to know what you do, or if you're stuck in the like, I'm doing these things every day, and so that's a routine, but I don't love them and I want to change it. I just don't know how. Because the benefits of having a morning routine are this. If you're choosing the way that you wake up, and you're choosing what you're doing when you wake up, how much more enjoyable will your morning be, and then therefore your day be? And I found, hey, I'm just doing a video, so I'll be right there.
Hello.
I don't know. I'll help you find her in a second.
But she needs help on the video.
Okay, I'll help her in a second. I'm doing a video. I'll let you know when I'm done. What I found, is that my stress levels have gone, because after a year of being home with my kids, and I know, like, please raise your hand. Tell me if you are here, if you feel this, if you know this. You've been home with your kids for a year in this pandemic state. Maybe you homeschooled them, and you're also trying to work from home, and you're also trying to keep the house afloat and do laundry, and everyone's in your space all the time. Like, you literally have no time except for 10 p.m. at night. So the kids go to bed. Now I say go to bed, right? And if you have little ones, you know this. Your kids go to bed, AKA you put them to bed, and then about 25 times they come out of their bed and you have to put them back into bed. So even if I put my kids to bed at 7:30, 8 o'clock, I'm not actually efficiently sitting down to do any work until like 9 p.m. because I get interrupted a million times between 8 and 9 p.m. I know you other moms and dads feel me. So you sit down to do your work at 9 p.m. and your brain is fried. You are fried. And I'm a night person. But what was happening is I would stay up until, I don't know, midnight or 1 o'clock. And then because I had just go all day, I felt like when I got in bed, I needed to like put a Netflix on, put a show on, put something on that like was not thinking, right? That didn't make my brain think. And that was like my me time. I'm like, you know what? I deserve this. But then I'm going to sleep at 1 or 1:30. I have 2 small children. They do not sleep in. So the wake up call in the morning would be like, they wake me up, they're going to go get the iPad and watch something on the iPad while I sleep until 7:30 or 8 o'clock in the morning. And then I would feel bad because I'd slept so late. And then I would rush to get up and like make their breakfast, and I completely lose track of my whole day and I don't plan anything. And then that's on a cyclical thing. So please tell me if you feel that, like, if you're like, oh yeah, I've been there, because it just keeps happening over and over again. And so I'm like, you know what? This has to stop. I need to do something. I need to have a morning routine that gets me going. So it will help decrease your stress, and it will create more time in your day. Now, I don't mean like we have 24 hours in a day and now I'm giving you 26. Like, that's impossible. We can't do that. But it's funny that you'll realize like you have more space in the day to get the things done that you want to get done if you're intentional with your time. Okay. So therefore, by doing that, you'll be more productive. All right. So if you're like, yes, 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 I want all of that, but how do I do it? Let's talk about how to actually put a morning routine into place. So I think the first important part of building a morning routine is that you feed your brain upon waking. Now, if you're going to get up early, what do we think needs to happen at nighttime? You cannot go to bed at 1:30 and then be functional at 6 o'clock in the morning. I mean, you can, but not for very long. Your body can take stress, but you will push it into adrenal fatigue. If you just want an example, just trust me on this one. And it is so much harder to get out of adrenal fatigue than it was to put yourself in, okay? The work is way harder on the other side. You don't want it, trust me. So we must go to bed earlier. End all be all, we must put a time cap on our night. We must go to bed earlier. You probably know how many hours of sleep you need. If it's 7, if it's 8, you make sure that you're gonna get that, okay? So go to bed earlier. That's the first part of your routine. That's the first part of your morning routine, even though it's at night. And then the first thing that you can do in creating your morning routine is feeding your brain. And by that, I mean a couple of things. One, if you use your phone as an alarm clock, you are not allowed to pick up your phone after your alarm clock goes off and start scrolling. Nope. That is not feeding your brain anything good. So we're going to turn off our alarm clock. We're going to put our phone down, and you're going to have a book next to your bedside table that you have been wanting to read. And you're going to read 10 pages. That's it. 10 pages consistently every single day. And maybe you get more caught up and you read 20 or 30. Who cares? But at least 10 pages a day, you're feeding your brain with the stuff that, number one, you want to read about. Number two, that you love, right? And you're giving yourself that attention. This is your time. You lay in bed and you read a book. Now, I realize that sometimes kids get up really, really early, and so they might be in bed with you. Well, can you set in practice for them to bring a book to bed and they can read their book while you read your book? You might not get 10 pages. You might get 5 before there's restlessness. It's okay, okay? But take a book and have it next to your bedside table. Feed your brain with that information. Once you get up, you still haven't looked at your phone yet. You're not scrolling. You're feeding your brain with water. A lot of us go right for that coffee pot, and it's not doing great things for our mind and our body. If you want to feel really good about your day and attack it with like a vengeance, either hot water with lemon or cold water with lemon. Your blood type will depend on which one you prefer. So I am A type, A positive, and I prefer hot. So I will do hot water with lemon, and I will drink that first. I also add in celery juice. That's just something that I enjoy, and I feel like I'm feeding my body and my brain before I get started. And then you can move on to your coffee, but here is a tip. Up-level your coffee. Add your MCT, your coconut oil, make it bulletproof. You can read all about bulletproof coffee, but those MCT or that MCT will feed your brain. You'll be more clear in your thoughts. You'll have more energy. Your workout will be more efficient. You will be happier and healthier. So add MCT to your coffee. It's like a game changer for how you will feel after you drink your coffee, okay? Up-level your coffee. You can have your coffee. Just do those things first. And then you're gonna move. This is exercise. You get to define exercise for you. If that means getting everybody out the door, you put them in the stroller and you take them for a walk, great. If that means you have a space in your house and you go down and you do your workout, great. My kids are usually up at this time. They're watching the iPad, they're playing something, they're reading their own book, they're doing something. And yes, I may be interrupted 5 or 6 times during my workout, but I'm getting it in. So no matter how it happens, you get it in. You enjoy it. It's your time. You get your workout in, okay? Move, just move. And then the other part about feeding your brain, or I guess the second part that you can add to your morning routine, is simply eliminating decision-making skills. I know you've heard me talk about oranges and Skittles. If you haven't heard me talk about that, I'll put the link to the blog post so that you can see exactly what it is. But this is setting yourself up at nighttime so that you know what your day entails the next day. What are the action steps that I need to take that are going to put me closer to my goals? And what are the things that need to get done to keep everybody alive? Like cooking and cleaning and doing the laundry and doing the dishes, right? Because those are both things that need to happen But if you set yourself up the night before with getting yourself ready for the next day, you eliminate decision making. Anything that you can eliminate for decision making is going to help you. If breakfast is already ready to go, you made it ahead of time. If you know the plan for dinner the whole week, anything to help you get on top of that is going to make your life a lot easier. And then the third thing is that you're going to talk to yourself. And I know that you're going to be like, Gwen, that's crazy. Now I'm going to look like a nut job talking to myself. Well, you're going to do it in the mirror and no one's watching you and it doesn't really matter and no one's judging you by anything. You're going to talk to yourself because, first of all, the brain believes what we tell it. So we need to talk nicely to ourselves. And second of all, this is what Steve Jobs did. He woke up every day. He looked in the mirror and he asked himself a question, the same question every single day. And the question was, if today was the last day of my life, would I want to do what I'm about to do? And if your answer is no, over and over and over and over, that is a hint to you that it's time to change, right? You're not doing the things you love. Your life is not satisfying you. You don't like where your life is going. You need to change. If it's yes, then go on with your badass self and have a great day, right? Keep going. Your answer has to be yes at some point. Your answer has to be yes. And that can take time. It took me 3 years to leave this job that was not satisfying to me and create the job at home that I really truly wanted and have more of a life that I could design. It took me 3 years. And then some too. Like I'm still creating things for my life because this is the way I want things to go. And I know I need to do X, Y, and Z to get myself there. So it's not a time machine. It's not immediate. Give yourself some grace. Try a couple of things out. Add into your morning routine things that you like. I love tapping, so I've been making sure to do my tapping every single day. It is on my action steps. I literally check it off to make sure that I've done my tapping today. Okay? I then like to have protein in my breakfast to make sure that I'm fuller longer. So whatever things you love, you can add to your morning routine, but those staples are going to help you get on track and get shit done. So I hope that's super helpful to you. If you need help creating action steps, if you need help getting started, please come join the women who are creating their best life in our free community. It's called Inspired and Ready for More. It's a boss babes, these women who are like, I'm ready for change. I've answered no to that question too many times and I want to answer yes. And they just need accountability and they need community and they need direction. It's all in Inspired and Ready for More. I'm doing it along with you and I would love to walk or run alongside you, whatever you choose. I will leave the link for that group in my comments and also in the description of this post. So setting up a morning routine will help you get shit done. It has helped me pay down $27,000 in debt. Yes, my morning routine has helped me pay down debt in 5 months. It has also helped me be consistent with my day, create more time, have less stress, and be more productive. And I want that for you too, because I know that you're capable of big things. All right, you guys, I love you. I hope you have an amazing Wednesday.